give the floor first to the ambassador to make his opening remarks. I will make some opening remarks. The governor of the central bank, State Bank, is here. And following that, we will go into Q&A. Ambassador sir.
Thank you, sir. Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining early morning for this wind-up press event, which is customary at the end of each meeting of IMF and World Bank. Twice a year it takes place, and this was particularly significant for a number of reasons, and of course the finance minister will more authentically explain in his remarks that Pakistan and its economy are both looking upwards in terms of the economic performance that has been not only demonstrated but actually commended in a chorus in back-to-back hectic routine of meetings during this week in the Bretton Woods system and other meetings on the sidelines that took place with different rating agencies and other relevant departments of the US administration as well. So there was a lot that was discussed because with the upward trend in Pakistan's economy, there are a number of prospects, a number of coordination mechanisms, a number of cooperation opportunities that have opened up, and certainly those were discussed as part of these discussions. And of course, as ambassador, with this week now coming to an end, a lot of homework has come out of it, which the embassy, in coordination with Ministry of Finance and other relevant departments back home, will be acting upon. And hopefully this upward trajectory, this upward trend, this ascendance will continue, and Pakistan will emerge victorious and successful out of this IMF program, which our leadership has openly pronounced, and we would want it to be also the last one in a series that we have been benefiting from. So with these brief remarks, I will hand over to the finance minister.
Thank you, Ambassador. And I think you've mentioned a number of points, but I always like to connect with what we said and where we are. So I will take a few minutes to just take us through our journey, because a number of us met almost a year back, very much in this room. And at that point in time, we had successfully concluded the 9-month SPA. And I had mentioned to you that we are engaged with IMF and other multilateral and bilateral partners to go in for an extended facility. And I'd also at that point in time explained the rationale for doing that. One was to bring more permanence into the macroeconomic stability and that framework. And number two, to start executing the structural reforms under that umbrella. So fast forward, right? Because your time is precious, and I just want to make a few remarks around that, and so that we can really get into your observations, comments, and questions. Fast forward. Where we are in terms of macroeconomic stability, because that's what we said, that's what we want to do. In terms of a stable currency, in terms of FX reserves, if you have further questions, the governor of the central bank is here. He can dilate on that and further expand on that. But we will be close to 3 months of import cover by the time we end up this fiscal year. Inflation has been a fantastic story, right? At the peak of 38% down to 0.7%. And there too, I'm very clear that it's not only the SPI and the larger macro figures. How does this translate into the real difference in terms of the life of the common man and the woman. And therefore, we have taken it as an agenda item in the Economic Coordination Committee, so that there is no arbitrage whatsoever with respect to any middlemen trying to not allow this inflation decrease go into the commodities, etc. So that's one part of it. Then the other is the bane of our country has been the two deficits, right? The fiscal and the current account. Alhamdulillah, after a very long time, we will have a current account surplus for the entire fiscal year. March, you have seen the numbers. Again, if you have specific questions, Governor Jamil is going to can expand on that. But for the first 9 months, we had about $1.8, $1.9 billion in surplus. You think about it in terms of deficit of last year, which is $1.6 billion.
Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.